Streaming platforms, cable networks, and telecom giants are all making moves this month. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Kevin from Know Your Deets. There's a lot happening in Canadian media right now. New shows, price hikes, and even a court ruling affecting streamers. So let's get into it. Streaming platform news. Let's start with what's hitting the major streaming platforms this April. CBC Gem has a packed month ahead. Canada Reads celebrates its 25th edition from April 13th to 16th. The original series, Must Love Dogs, premieres April 20th, and the FX Limited series, Dying for Sex, starring Michelle Williams, begins streaming April 17th. That last one is worth keeping an eye on. It's been generating some serious buzz. Also arriving is the Canadian premiere of the Australian thriller Run on April the 10th, and the two-part original documentary Speechless on April 14th. And if you didn't already know, CBC Gem is completely free and available on virtually every major device, so there's really no reason not to have it installed. On Crave, Hacks is back for its 5th and final season starting April the 9th. If you've been following Gene Smart's run on that show, you won't want to miss how it ends. Late Bloomer also returns for Season 3 on April 24th, and Project Runway Canada has been renewed for a second season. Netflix Canada is bringing some solid additions this month. Beef Season 2, Shirley's Theron survival thriller Apex, and the animated Stranger Things Tales from 85. Just be aware that a number of titles are also leaving this month, so it's worth checking your watch list sooner rather than later. Disney Plus has a strong April as well. The Testaments, the long-awaited Handmaid's Tale sequel, shot right here in Toronto, arrives alongside the animated Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord series, and the Malcolm in the Middle revival Life's Still Unfair. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 also continues its weekly episode rollout throughout the month. Broadcast TV news. On the broadcast side, TVO and Knowledge Network announced a major co-production on April the 2nd called Saigon Story, set to premiere at the Doxa Festival. TVO leads as the primary broadcaster, with Knowledge Network taking the second window, one to watch for documentary fans. CBC has also unveiled its National Film Day lineup for April 15th, available across both its traditional broadcast channels and CBC Gem. Regulatory, industry, and free TV news. The CRTC disclosure ruling. The biggest story of the week. On March 31st, the Federal Court of Appeal dismissed a challenge by the Motion Picture Association of Canada, representing Netflix, Disney, and Amazon, against a CRTC rule requiring large foreign streamers to publicly disclose their Canadian revenues and content spending. The streamers argued disclosure would be seriously damaging to their business. The court wasn't convinced. The CRTC's framework stands, and this is a meaningful step in holding foreign platforms accountable under the Online Streaming Act. Separately, CBC is challenging a CRTC ruling that would require it to disclose subscriber numbers for Gem. Either way, more transparency is coming, whether these platforms want it or not. Telecom prices keep climbing. If your bill looks a little different this month, you're not imagining it. Rogers wireless plans went up $5 a month. Telus raises 175 gig Canada US plan by 10, and while Bell held wireless prices steady, it raised home internet by $6. Rogers also bumped internet fees by $10 for customers on higher tier plans. For many households, these increases make the case for cutting the cord just a little bit stronger. Free and ad-supported streaming. Speaking of which, free streaming has never looked better. Fast services now account for 43% of Canadians' total streaming time, and the options keep expanding. Pluto TV launched 2 free new channels this month: retro action movies covering 70s, 80s, and 90s blockbusters, and the retro crime action with classics like the original Hawaii Five-0 and MacGyver. On April 15th, Pluto is also running a National Canadian Film Day programming block across its drama, action, and comedy channels. Tubi is adding over 600 movies and TV shows to its Canadian channel lineup. Plex is expanding its live TV section for Canadian users as well. And CBC branded FAST channels remain widely available on Pluto TV, Roku, Samsung TV Plus, LG channels, and Plex, giving cord cutters free access to CBC News regional feeds and Francophone content. That's your Canadian streaming and TV roundup. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.